I told her that if she said anything, that I would do something to her parents, and if I was in jail.
I plan to kill more. Kidnappers' courtroom confessions shock. I plan to take multiple girls, kill multiple families. One kidnapper confessed, his words a chilling blueprint for terror. Courtrooms are where victims find vindication. But when kidnappers bear their twisted plans, they become chambers of dread. Today, we explore 4 harrowing cases: Trevor Summers, Jake Patterson, Stuart Campbell, and Michael Webb, where abductions turned into assaults, captivities, and close calls, their courtroom admissions leaving families shattered and judges appalled. This documentary isn't just about escapes and verdicts. It's about the fragile line between survival and horror, the courage of the rescued, and justice's fight to chain monsters who dream of more victims.
My actions to those attorneys were reasonable and justified, as well as of no fault of my own.
July 2018, Tampa, Florida. Trevor Summers, 36, a man with a history of domestic violence, breached the sanctuary of home when he broke into his ex-wife Alyssa Mathewson's apartment, armed with a knife. Ignoring a restraining order, Summers attacked Alyssa, stabbing her repeatedly in an attempt to rape and kill her. Education warns that restraining orders are lifelines. Swift enforcement and support for victims could prevent such escalations. Alyssa fought back, surviving with severe injuries, but Summers kidnapped her, driving to a remote location to continue the assault. Alyssa's 14-year-old daughter, who witnessed the attack, called 911, her voice trembling. "He's hurting my mom." Police launched a manhunt, arresting Summers after a tip. Laws under Florida's kidnapping statute, FLA-Stat Section 787.01, and attempted murder, Section 782.04, mandated life. The 2019 Hillsborough County Circuit Court trial featured Alyssa's harrowing testimony. "He looked me in the eye. It was terrifying." Summers' daughter and ex-wife were cross-examined, their fear palpable. The jury convicted him of kidnapping, attempted murder, and rape. Judge Mark Kaiser called his actions heinous and unforgivable, sentencing him to life without parole, the consequence. Summers showed no remorse, his stare cold as he was led away. Alyssa's family hugged her, tears of relief mixing with trauma, the courtroom a space of hard-won survival.
At first I fought them. I had no reason to live, and doing this was the only thing I wanted, but I was Christian. Fear of hell was the only thing that was stopping me.
October 15, 2018, Barron, Wisconsin. Jake Patterson, 21, a reclusive loner, breached a family's safety by breaking into the home of James and Denise Kloss, shooting both parents and abducting their 13-year-old daughter, Jamie. Education highlights that isolation breeds dangerous obsessions. Community awareness of withdrawn neighbors could prompt early intervention. Patterson, obsessed with Jamie from a school bus sighting, held her captive in a soundproof bed for 88 days, chaining her and forcing silence. Jamie escaped in January 2019, running to a neighbor who called 911. "It's Jamie Kloss." Patterson was arrested hours later. Laws under Wisconsin's first-degree intentional homicide statute, Wisconsin Stat Section 940.01, and kidnapping, Section 940.31, mandated life. His 2019 Barron County Circuit Court trial was emotional. Jamie testified, her voice steady, "I would do anything to bring them back." Patterson pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty, confessing, "I kidnapped her and killed her parents." Judge James Babler sentenced him to 2 consecutive life terms without parole, plus 40 years for kidnapping. The consequence: the public can only be safe if you are incarcerated until you die. Patterson showed no emotion, his family absent. Jamie's aunt hugged her, the courtroom filled with the Kloss family's quiet strength.
Her daughter walks out of the door, and she never comes home. She never comes home.
May 2001, East Tilbury, Essex, England. Stuart Campbell, 38, uncle and guardian to 15-year-old Danielle Jones, breached familial trust by grooming her for months, luring her to his home under false pretenses, then murdering her. Education stresses that familial abusers exploit authority. Open family dialogues and reporting mechanisms could protect teens. Campbell, with prior convictions for indecent assault, strangled Danielle and dumped her body in a shallow grave, her remains unfound for years. Campbell's 2002 trial at Southend Crown Court featured his computer's disturbing evidence. Indecent images of children and Danielle's photos. Laws under the UK's Murder Act 1965 and Sexual Offences Act 2003 mandated life. He claimed innocence, but witnesses and digital forensics convicted him of murder and abduction. Judge David Mitchell sentenced him to life with a 20-year minimum. Danielle's murder has affected hundreds. Campbell showed no remorse, maintaining he was framed. Danielle's father wept, "She'll never say goodbye." The courtroom, a place of unresolved pain, echoed with her family's loss, her body's location still a mystery.
I told her that if she said anything, that I would do something to her parents, and if I was in jail.
May 2019, Fort Worth, Texas. Michael Webb, 51, a convicted sex offender, breached a mother's embrace by snatching 8-year-old Sierra from her arms as she walked to school. Education urges stranger danger training. Community alerts on offenders could prevent abductions. Webb, on parole for child molestation, drove Sierra to a hotel, assaulting her sexually. Surveillance footage captured the snatch, leading to a manhunt. Webb's 2019 Tarrant County District Court trial was swift. Laws under Texas's aggravated kidnapping statute, Texas Penal Code Section 20.04, and sexual assault of a child, Section 22.021, mandated life. The jury convicted him in hours. Judge David Cook sentenced him to life without parole. The consequence, stating, "You're a danger forever." Webb cried during interrogation but showed no remorse in court. Sierra's mother hugged her, the courtroom filled with her family's relief and trauma, a space where a child's bravery triumphed over evil. Trevor Summers' knife in the night, Jake Patterson's 88-day cage, Stuart Campbell's groomed grave, Michael Webb's stolen embrace. These kidnappers turned trust into terror, their confessions and silences exposing the horror of their plans. From Florida's bloody apartment to Wisconsin's remote cabin, Essex's hidden body and Texas's schoolyard snatch, their crimes scarred survivors and families. Education calls for restraining order enforcement, neighbor awareness, grooming prevention, and offender alerts to protect the vulnerable. Laws, FLA Section 787.01, Wisconsin Section 940.31, UK Murder Act, Texas Section 20.04, delivered life for breaches of safety. Consequences caged the monsters, but the trauma of Alyssa, Jamie, Danielle, and Sierra endures. What makes a kidnapper? Subscribe for more true crime explorations. Comment. Can life sentences deter such evil? Hit the bell. Next, we uncover killers who confessed with a smile.